She stood there watching her wedding dress, the one she'd spent 9 months creating, torn apart in front of everyone. Her fiancé didn't even look at her. He was too busy holding his first love's hand. 3 years of devotion ended in a single moment of public humiliation. But what they didn't know was that she wasn't the desperate girl anymore. She had already made her choice, and this time, she wouldn't be the one left broken. If you enjoy stories of silent revenge and cold redemption, subscribe now. You won't want to miss what happens next. 5 years earlier, Mia Chen was nobody special. Orphaned at 16 when her parents died in a car accident, she was taken in by distant relatives who made it clear she was a burden. They gave her a room in the attic and expected her to earn her keep. "You're living here for free," her aunt would say. "The least you can do is help around the house." Help meant cooking, cleaning, and taking care of her cousins, while her aunt spent money on shopping trips. Mia never complained. She studied late into the night, working part-time jobs on weekends, determined to make something of herself. At school, she was invisible, until she met Daniel Roth. He was everything she wasn't: confident, wealthy, popular. When he smiled at her in the library one day, she thought it was a mistake. "You're Mia, right? You're really good at design. Can you help me with my art project?" She said yes. Of course she said yes. That's how it started. Small favors that turned into friendship. Friendship that turned into something more. At least that's what she believed. "I like spending time with you," he told her one evening. "You're different from everyone else." Different. She held on to that word like it was a lifeline. When they started dating, her aunt's attitude changed overnight. Suddenly, Mia was introduced to guests. Suddenly, her opinion mattered. "Daniel Roth, the son of Roth Industries. You landed quite the catch," her aunt said with a fake smile. But Daniel's friends saw her differently. To them, she was the charity case, the poor girl who got lucky. "Does she even own more than 3 outfits?" one of them whispered at a party. "She's sweet, but let's be real. She's not exactly in his league," another added. Daniel never defended her. He would just laugh it off or change the subject. And Mia stayed quiet, telling herself that love meant accepting imperfections. 3 years passed. Mia worked herself to exhaustion, balancing school, work, and the relationship. She became a fashion designer, pouring every ounce of her talent into her craft. She created a wedding dress, her masterpiece. Every stitch, every pearl, every detail was made with her own hands over 9 months. "This is for us," she told Daniel, her eyes shining, "for our future." He barely looked at it. "Yeah, it's nice. Save it for later." Later never came. Instead, one day, he asked her for a favor. "My first love is back in town. Her mom is dying of cancer, and she wants to see us get married before she goes. Can we do a fake wedding ceremony, just to make her happy?" Mia froze. "What? It's just pretend. It doesn't mean anything. I'm still with you. But her mum doesn't have much time left, and I owe her this." "You owe her a fake wedding? Come on, Mia. Don't be difficult. I'll explain everything after. Just trust me." Trust him. That's what she always did. "Fine," she whispered, "but don't use my wedding dress." "Why not? It's just a dress." The morning of the ceremony, he took the dress anyway. When she arrived at the venue, her heart shattered. There he was, standing at the altar with Elena Hayes, his first love, wearing Mia's dress. "Daniel, what is this?" "Not now, Mia. Let's finish the ceremony first." "That's my dress. I made it for us." Elena stepped forward, her voice soft and sweet. "I'm sorry, Mia. I know this is hard for you. But my mom is dying, and this is her last wish. Can't you just let us have this moment?" The room fell silent. Everyone was staring at Mia like she was the villain. "You're being selfish," one of Daniel's friends muttered. "Seriously? It's just a dress," another added. Daniel's eyes turned cold. "Mia, you're embarrassing me. If you can't handle this, leave." She looked at him, the boy she'd spent 3 years loving, and realized she didn't recognize him anymore. "I spent 9 months making that dress. Every single pearl, every stitch, you know what it means to me." Eleanor laughed. "It's just fabric. Don't be so dramatic." And then Daniel ripped it. Right there in front of everyone, he tore the dress apart. There. Happy now. Something inside Mia broke. Not just her heart, her spirit. "Apologize," she said quietly. "Excuse me?" "Apologize, now." Are you seriously talking to me like that? You should be grateful I even dated you. Without me, you're nothing. Apologize. He stepped closer, his voice low and venomous. You think I'd really marry someone like you? You were just convenient, a placeholder. Elena is the one I've always loved. You were just there. The words cut deeper than the torn fabric ever could. Then we're done, Mia said, her voice steady despite the tears streaming down her face. We're breaking up. Daniel laughed. You don't mean that. You'll come crawling back like you always do. No, I won't. We're done. She turned and walked out, leaving behind the dress, the man, and 3 years of wasted love. But this time she wasn't walking away broken. She was walking away ready to rebuild. The days after the breakup were the hardest Mia had ever faced. She moved out of the apartment she'd shared with Daniel, taking only what was hers. Her aunt refused to let her return home. You broke up with Daniel Roth? Are you insane? Do you know what you've thrown away? I threw away someone who didn't value me. You're pathetic. Don't come crying to me when you end up alone. Mia stayed with a friend for a few weeks, sleeping on a couch and working double shifts to save money. At work, people whispered. Daniel's friends had spread rumors that she was obsessive, that she couldn't let go, that she was the one who ruined the relationship. Did you hear? She showed up at his wedding and caused a scene. She's desperate. Can't accept that he moved on. Her boss called her into his office. Mia, I'm sorry, but we've received complaints. Clients are uncomfortable working with you after the incident. What incident? I didn't do anything wrong. That's not what people are saying. I think it's best if you take some time off. Time off meant unemployment. It meant losing her apartment. It meant starting over from nothing. Again. She spent her nights designing, pouring her pain into her work. But every time she tried to move forward, Daniel was there, pulling her back. He texted her constantly, called her at odd hours, showed up at her workplace. Mia, let's talk. I made a mistake. Elena isn't who I thought she was. I don't care. Come on. You can't really be over me. We were together for 3 years, and you wasted every single one. But he didn't stop. If anything, he became more persistent. When she blocked his number, he found other ways to contact her. He sent gifts, flowers, apology letters. None of it mattered. What broke her wasn't Daniel's harassment. It was Elena. One afternoon, Mia received a message from an unknown number. It was a photo. Elena and Daniel, standing outside Mia's apartment building. The caption read, "Thanks for letting me borrow him. He's mine now." Mia felt something twist inside her chest. Not heartbreak, rage. She looked up Eleanor Hayes, dug deeper than she ever had before, and what she found changed everything. Eleanor wasn't the innocent first love. She was a liar. Her mother didn't have cancer. In fact, her mother was alive and well, living in another state with her new boyfriend. The dying wish was a fabrication, and Daniel, he knew. He had used Mia, used her kindness, her love, her trust, to stage a fake wedding and humiliate her publicly. Why? Mia didn't know, and at that moment she didn't care. She decided right then she wasn't going to let them win, but she wasn't going to fight them the way they expected. She wasn't going to scream, cry, or beg. She was going to disappear, and when she came back, they wouldn't recognize her. That night, Mia deleted her social media, cut off contact with mutual friends. She poured every cent she had into rebranding herself. She enrolled in advanced design courses, networked with industry professionals, worked with a mentor who saw her potential, and 6 months later, she got her break. A major fashion house offered her a position as a lead designer. Her work was featured in a magazine. Her name started circulating in circles that mattered. But she didn't celebrate. She didn't post about it. She stayed silent. Because silence, she realized, was the most powerful weapon she had. People started noticing. Have you seen Mia's work? It's incredible. Wait, that's the same Mia who dated Daniel Roth? No way. She's way out of his league now. Daniel saw it too. He reached out again, this time with desperation in his voice. Mia, I'm proud of you. Can we meet? I want to talk. She didn't respond. Eleanor sent messages too. Hey, no hard feelings, right? Let's catch up. Mia blocked her. If you're rooting for Mia's comeback, make sure you're subscribed. You won't believe what happens next. Months turned into a year. Mia's reputation grew. She was no longer the girl who got humiliated. She was the designer everyone wanted to work with. And when she finally ran into Daniel again, it was at a fashion gala. He saw her across the room, stunning in a gown she'd designed herself. His face went pale. "Mia?" She turned, smiled politely, and walked past him without a word. That's when he realized she was never coming back. She didn't need to. Mia's life transformed in ways she never imagined. Her designs became sought after by celebrities and influencers. She opened her own boutique. Her name appeared in major fashion magazines. But the biggest change wasn't external, it was internal. She stopped seeking validation, stopped waiting for apologies, stopped hoping that people who hurt her would realize their mistakes. She simply moved on. Daniel didn't. He became obsessed with getting her back. He showed up at her boutique, sent expensive gifts, even tried to contact her through mutual friends. "Mia, please. I made the biggest mistake of my life. Elena and I broke up. She lied to me about everything. I should have believed you." Mia looked at him, her expression calm. "Daniel, I don't care." "You have to care. We had something real." "No, you had something real. I had an illusion." "Don't say that. I loved you." "You loved the idea of me, the girl who would do anything for you, but I'm not her anymore." He grabbed her hand. "Then who are you now?" "Someone who knows her worth." She pulled away and walked back into her boutique, leaving him standing alone on the sidewalk. Elena tried a different approach. She reached out publicly, posting an apology on social media. "I want to apologize to Mia Chen. I was young and stupid. I hurt someone who didn't deserve it. I hope one day she can forgive me." The post went viral. People praised Elena for her maturity, but Mia saw through it. Elena wasn't sorry. She was trying to rebuild her own reputation. Mia didn't respond. She didn't need to. Her success spoke louder than any words ever could. One evening, Mia received an unexpected invitation, a prestigious fashion award ceremony. She had been nominated for Designer of the Year. The night of the ceremony, she wore a gown she'd designed, a deep emerald green dress that shimmered under the lights. Her hair was styled elegantly, her makeup flawless. When she walked into the venue, heads turned. Daniel was there, so was Elena. They watched from across the room as Mia mingled with industry leaders, laughed with colleagues, and commanded attention without even trying. When her name was called as the winner, the room erupted in applause. Mia walked onto the stage, accepted the award, and gave a speech that left everyone silent. "3 years ago I was told I wasn't good enough, that I was convenient, forgettable, and for a while I believed it. But then I realized something. People will only value you as much as you value yourself. So I stopped waiting for validation. I stopped seeking approval. I built my worth on my own terms. This award isn't just for me. It's for everyone who's ever been told they don't matter. You do, and you'll prove it when you stop letting others define you." The applause was deafening. As she walked off stage, Daniel intercepted her. "Mia, you were amazing. Can we—" "No," she said simply. "We can't." "Why not? I've changed." "Maybe you have. But I have too. And the person I am now doesn't need the person you were." Eleanor appeared beside him, her expression bitter. "You think you're better than us now?" Mia smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. "I don't think about you at all." And with that, she walked away. The months that followed were filled with opportunities Mia never dreamed possible. She collaborated with international designers, traveled the world, built a team of talented creatives who respected her vision. She didn't post about her success to prove anything to Daniel or Elena. She simply lived her life. One day, she received a letter. It was from Daniel. "Mia, I know you won't respond, but I need you to know I'm sorry for everything. You deserved better than what I gave you. I hope you're happy. You earned it." She read it once, then placed it in a drawer. Not to keep, just to remember. To remember the girl she used to be, the girl who loved too much and expected too little, and to honor the woman she became, the one who learned that the greatest revenge isn't destruction, it's indifference. Mia's story didn't end with a dramatic confrontation. It didn't end with Daniel realizing his mistake too late or Elena facing consequences. It ended with Mia walking into her boutique every morning, designing clothes that made people feel beautiful, and living a life she built entirely on her own terms. She didn't need closure. She didn't need an apology. She had something better: peace. And in the end, that was the sweetest victory of all.